Fantastic. Okay, we are a couple of minutes early. So I get anxiety that I'm going to mess this up somehow, that the audio's not going to work, that the picture's not going to be clear. So I'm even going to go check now just to make sure this all looking crisp. Thank God for that. And I can delete this bit out in post production. We're going to wait a couple minutes because there are some people that are going to get the email that is going to come through. But this was more so to mitigate any anxiety. And yeah, even the very thing that I'm doing now is all part of the very process that I teach you guys, which we're going to get into in this. But I want you to think about this. Even getting people on a call, showcasing your knowledge, getting people's email addresses before, we're going to go into this in awesome detail in here. The comment section is going to be for you guys to ask away everything. And actually, what I'm about to do now is do a static post. And I know a lot of people think that, oh, on Instagram, you've got to do a carousel or you've got to do a fancy reel. But I'm actually doing a static grid post with a chat bot, which we're going to get into very early in this, which is going to drive more viewers. So the second that this posts, we should actually see a bit of an influx coming on. But I don't really have a massive team. So believe it or not, when I do these things, I head to another account that I own. I then go and do the comment to make sure it works. Just to make sure that the process that I've done works. Everyone seems to think you have some like real crazy team that, there you go. And I got the DM that I needed. So it's very much me behind the scenes doing a lot of this stuff. The reason that we started early is purely because I'm like, oh shit, what if this doesn't work? I even had to have a nervous pee beforehand. Right, and we are approaching 7 p.m. on the dot. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get into it. 191 people. Bloody hell. We're probably going to have a few more that are going to come. Today in this webinar, we're going to look into 5 key important parts of your sales structure that I guarantee are going to need a little bit of work. Those 5 important structures are going to be social media. It's going to be a squeeze pages. We're going to look at email marketing, and we're going to look at landing pages. And another thing that we're going to need to look into a little bit is your pricing. So to begin with, we're going to start with social media. And it's worth noting that between each one of those 5 segments that we're going to go through today, we're going to be taking a little break and a pause. So please do use that comment section at the side to ask all the questions you need. I have a very clever little badger named Luke who is waiting in the midst to collate some of the best questions so that I don't miss them. So please don't be shy. We're all friends here. And if I may be so cheeky to ask, which I don't do, please subscribe to this channel. It's a smaller channel and I'm going to be making content on here over the next few weeks and months. It's going to blow your socks off. I've even hired someone full-time to help me do it. So on that, let's begin with social media. Probably the first part that we need to talk about. There's one bit of very terrible advice, which is still doing the rounds, which I wish would just die out. And that is that you should be sending cold DMs. The idea is that sliding into someone's DMs cold is a good idea. And it's not. I actually think it's awful. So for instance, my barber that I use, obviously, amazing haircut, he's busy and he's always busy. And this shows me that he's good, because if he wasn't good, he wouldn't be busy. And I always say to him that he needs to put his prices up because I want him to charge more. More so that he can have a better life, but I want him to win, and I champion all the people that I use for those services. However, if I found out that my barber Tesh was DMing people cold, please come in for a haircut, I'd lose all faith in Tesh, and I probably wouldn't use him, because in his spare time, I want him to be working on his art and his craft, and I want him going on courses and studying, getting better, because I want to champion him. So if you're a personal trainer who's spending their time sliding into cold DMs, not only do I think that coach has shocking marketing, and if you don't know how to operate the sales and marketing department of your business, how can I expect you to operate any other parts well either? If you can't structure your own sales process, how can I expect you to be good at the programming and organization part of the relationship that we have? If your marketing is shoddy, how can we expect your programming to be excellent? And even if it may be, it just doesn't add up. Because if you're hustling in your spare time, sending DMs, you are quiet. And if you are quiet, it's because no one is using your services. And if no one is using your services, more often than not, people will think that you're shit at your job. However, this isn't the end of the DM train. It's not like DMs are bad. And I'll be honest, I could lie here. The mentorship is a two-way street. I teach the guys a lot, but they also teach me back. I was doing private one-to-ones, and there's a lad called Sylvester, and he asks me if I realize that a company that I've been using since 2017 called ManyChat have been acquired by Meta, Facebook, and Insta. And this was big news. So I jumped on a call with a guy that I was supposed to be doing a private with, and he started teaching me about things I didn't know. Because you see that chatbot DM integrations for a long time were a bit taboo because we weren't sure if they'd ruin our reach, our reputation, or even increase the chances of our accounts getting banned. So I decided to run some tests. And for about 4 or 5 months now, I've not had to once say, please click the link in the bio. Last week, I got 2,000 leads from chatbots on my Instagram, Reels, and Facebooks combined. And if you don't believe me, I want you all watching this to go try something right now. Head to my personal Instagram page and DM me the word offer, and you'll see what happens. I'll give you guys like 15, 20 seconds just to give that a go. Hopefully the majority of you are watching this on desktop. And if you're not, if you just slide into my DMs, hit the word offer, you will then get a message from me. And the thing is, my phone's here, so you know that it's not me sending that. So a lot of people seem to think that online, when we say DM us the word, that we've got staff or we've got people doing it. And some people actually out there are paying people money to reply to the DMs. DMs should not be used manually. They should be used for automation. And this is only something that's really changed in the last few months. You'll see then, as this is happening, I'm being proactive on the lead generation side of my business, and I'm using DMs not to chat to people cold, but to nurture the funnel, which will make more sense in a second. But we're doing this with automation, not with manual processes. And you'll all have an offer that I've sent you that you can use for 24 hours from that DM. And these automations make the processes of getting people off social media that little bit easier. You see, trying to sell to people on social media is like trying to talk to someone in a very crowded room. We want to get people off social media as fast as possible. Not to mention, say you completely forget about this later and you go, oh shit, I need to take James up on his offer, but I can't find the YouTube video. You can then go to our DMs and go, oh, I messaged James with that word. He sent me a link. So you can get back to it later. Just imagine that social media is like having a chat with someone in a club. You need to do all the stuff necessary to get their number, and then you just give them a kiss on the cheek and you leave, knowing that you can take your time organizing a date that suits everyone another night. And I'll move on to that entire section shortly, but let's not get distracted. Let's stay on the subject of social media for a little bit longer so I can get a few more questions out of you guys. Because right now, as you're watching this, I want you to think of questions and challenge me on it. The next topic we need to cover is this crazy theory that you need to be super niched on social media as a coach or a business. And I spoke to one guy recently that only wanted to coach CEOs. And I was like, hold on, mate. There are a lot of business owners, even bloody bricklayers or women that may own beauty salons that aren't CEOs that could have the necessary cash to utilize you as a coach too. And I have people that want to work with athletes. I'm like, hold on, considering that only 16% of the UK in gym memberships, the amount of athletes amongst those is tiny. Not to mention, if you're a great athlete, you'll have a coach embedded in your sports club giving you the S&C that you need. So when we look at niches, it's not necessarily a niche that we need, it's an avatar. And an avatar isn't a big blue person. An avatar is the person that we're speaking to. And if we know the person that we're communicating with, you can communicate with them better. You'll even notice on TV adverts that they even talk in the voice that they're looking to attract. So let's say you're selling like a pickup truck. It's like, hello, get down to your local Ford dealership and have a look at our pickup trucks. Then when you're looking at a Bentley Continental, head down to Bentley. And actually, do you know what? Bentley don't even do adverts. Porsche, Ferrari, the most expensive cars don't do ads. They don't do sales. Let me think, like a BMW, Audi might be like, and here we have the Audi SQ8. And they're even talking in the voice of the person they want to attract. Get down to Ladbrokes and put on a bet this weekend for the football. Whereas it's like, welcome to Joe Malone, where we have scented candles you could buy your mum. Even the way they talk, the colors, you can even look at the color palettes on websites and understand what they're looking for. But anyway, you don't just need to know, you need to know what your ideal client looks like, because when you have a good understanding of that, you can curate a list of problems that they face. Then you can present the solutions to them. This is why in-person trainers have such an advantage. They know the problems their clients are facing because they're in the trenches interviewing these people every single day. So rather than trying to niche down, try to make sure you're speaking to a specific person's problems. You don't need to say, I only work with people 22 to 34 and I only train women. Just have a set of values and principles that you work towards. It's very important that you understand that, because if you do not have a specific tone in which you are talking about to people, you're not going to get through. And even though pickup trucks are marketed at men, it doesn't mean a woman can't walk in and buy one. Going too niche just makes your life so much harder, and I can't understand or fathom the upside. Now, the last point I'm going to talk to you about will really help you grow your social media and present in a way that's going to enable you to connect much better with a colder audience. Hope you're all here. Your content is not about you. I know it's a hard thing to believe, and it's a hard reality to get into. You're like, oh, it's my name on the social media. But I'll repeat, your content should not be about you. It's always about them. This was a hard reality for me. I thought, oh, I'm going to be a creator. Everyone's going to care what I do. But have you ever wondered why some YouTube channels of people doing food competitions, seeing how much they can eat, get so many millions of views? You got like Beard Meets Food, Leah Shukkiva, they're loads. Because every single person watching that video isn't thinking about them doing the food challenge. It's them thinking about themselves going, could I do that? Every bite of the hot dog, they're there in person going, could I eat this hot dog? And think of it this way. If you saw a creator and they did a video that went, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to get in shape for my holiday to Ibiza this year. So basically, I want to be leaner than normal because I've been struggling with a bit of food, you know. So what I decided to do was go into a calorie deficit. I'm gone. I don't care. I'm like, bro, I don't give a shit about you. I don't know you. However, if that very same person was to say, if you're someone who's going on holiday in the next few months and you want to lose a bit of fat without over restricting, I'll share with you how you could drop 3 to 5 kilograms easily without having hunger pangs in the middle of the night. And to make sure this worked, I decided to set myself the task of losing 4 kilograms in 4 weeks to prove that the method I promote actually works. Here's the 4-step way I did it that you can implement too. Step number 1, implement a calorie deficit. You see that making your content about them will eventually make them care about you. We're humans. We're all selfish. And the only things that we do, we really do for ourselves. I sponsored something today for $50,000 US, and I only did it to make myself feel better about myself. Even if I feel philanthropic, should one day I give $1 million to charity, I want everyone to know because it makes me feel good. Even the most selfless of things is driven out of a desire to please oneself. When I'm buying everyone dinner, I'm not even doing it because I like my friends. I'm doing it because it makes me feel like a man. And when you can understand that your audience couldn't give a flying fuck about you and only themselves, can you start to cater and design content that is all about them? And when you become and establish yourself as a professional problem solver for your audience, well, then a select few of these people are going to go, if I get all this for free, I wonder what I'd get if I hired that person. So, right. We're going to take a little pause here because we've gone into a lot of things about social media there. We have got 4 more little modules to go into. Now I'm going to check what the clever badger Luke has put forward as far as questions. Okay, we've got someone called Heidi. The gym manager didn't like the idea of me wanting to increase my session prices. This screams to me that you are going to have a problem moving forward. So your session prices should be determined by you and not the gym that you work in. I understand that some gyms have got funny ways of doing it. My first instinct is to get out and get somewhere where you can, because your price as a personal trainer isn't determined by the environment. It's not driven by the economy. It's not driven by the postcode. It's not driven by how much the monthly rate of the gym is. It's the demand for your services. And if you cannot push your rates up when demand gets high, you are now in a stranglehold where you can't grow. It is a very important part of your business to be able to do so. So I would say, as quick as you can, try to start looking for other facilities that are going to respect you as a trainer, because that's what they're doing. They're caring more about the facility than they are with you. Another thing you could do, if they're not willing to allow you to charge more for the hour, charge the same amount and give people less time. Because if you're getting busy and you feel bad putting your prices up, if you shorten your sessions from an hour to 45 minutes, you get a tremendous advantage. I actually put my prices up. All my clients were fine. I lost one client called Laura. Still remember her now. She was a bit of a bitch. But there was one guy called Russell who, he was hard. He was a hard man. He was like 50 and he definitely, had a rough upbringing. But anyway, Russell just looks me straight in the eye and goes, "No, I'm not paying you more." And I said, "Well, I'm putting my rates up." And he was like, "Well, I'm not paying you more." It was really awkward. And I said, "We'll shorten the session to 45 minutes. He shook my hand on it. Now, shortening the session to 45 minutes meant I said, "You go do your warm up. You come to me ready. And if we run out of time, you can go do your arms and triceps and glutes and delts, whatever yourself." He was happy. I was happy. Amanda CPT, do you recommend posting daily? Yes, I think you should. I think if you can't think of something to post every single day, that potentially you could be in the wrong job. But not only that, you're not going to post every day for the algorithm. You're not going to post every day because it's going to boost your social profile. You're not going to post every day for any other reason that you will get a lot fucking better at this if you do it every day. If you're learning to play the guitar, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, if you're learning to surf, the more often you get on the waves, get on the mats, or get the guitar in your hand, you're going to get better. There is a certain amount of times you need to do things to get better at it. Malcolm Gladwell, 10,000 hours of mastery. The less frequent you post, the longer it will take you to achieve a certain level of competence necessary to do well. Now, the only reason that I can look down this camera and talk in the way that I talk is because I've done this for so long. I'm not different to you. I'm not more skilled than you. I do not have a fucking bigger brain than you. I am just repetitions ahead of you. And the quicker you can understand that, posting every other day will double the amount of time it will take for you to reach. And you're not even looking to reach mastery. You're just looking to be competent enough that you can communicate with people for them to trust you. And it takes time. So that's what I would say. And Hannah Lee, how to start a business as a beginner working at a local commercial gym and wants to start online coaching. Okay, this will probably be the last question we do on this before we move on. So starting a face-to-face business is amazing because you get to understand people's problems. You get to be with them in person. Although it's exhausting and you don't get to work from a laptop in Bali, trust me, if it wasn't for those 5,000 hours of one-to-one I did in the onset, I would not have had the knowledge I needed to be the marketer I am. So when you begin, you're going to be cheap. You're going to be cheap because you're new. And you should say to people, "Hey, my name's Hannah. I'm new here. I'm going to charge less than everyone else because I have less experience." Now, you need to talk to everyone in the gym. You should tell them that you're a new personal trainer. You should say, "Look, even if I just write you a program and support you, whatever it is, get busy." You should say yes to every single session you get. Your calendar is going to be a fucking disaster. Come into work, train someone, hour off, train someone, 2 hours off, train someone. Keep going. You just need to be busy as shit. You're probably going to be at the gym for 12 to 15 hours a day. But then as you get busier, you start to have the power to curate your sessions a bit. Okay, not working after 7 p.m., not working after 6 p.m., not working after 4 p.m. You can then over time start to bunch up your hours and say, "Hey, Trevor, can you come in and train at this time?" Whatever it is. We then hopefully will have a period of the day where you go hard in the morning. You're probably going to have a gap middle of the day where you can nap, get your laptop out, do some work, have an online strategy, or you can start to tail off the evening sessions so you've got some energy. The biggest mistake you can make is to be a beginner, to get busy, and then to stop ever giving yourself breaks, because some people become such good coaches, they never actually have the time, energy, or effort to create an online presence. And this social media thing, this posting online, all of this is like an interest savings account. We are not trying to be famous. We're not trying to be influencers. We are putting an hour or two away a day into a savings account, which is going to give us such a bigger return than any index fund that we can invest in. We're not going to get taxed on it, and we're going to be able to build a relationship. And you only need a good relationship with 50 or 60 people to have a very fruitious life. And that's the crazy thing. Then over time, you're going to start investing into that index fund by putting posts out there, by creating reels. And in the onset, a bit like compounding interest when it comes to financial investment, the first few years you get fuck all, but then it starts to build up and you're like, holy shit. And then you start to believe in the system. Then you start to put more in there, and then you start doing it. Before you know it, you can then start to take dividends from that. It is only at that point, when you have a follower size that's growing, you have an email list that's growing, and that you have a connection with those people, that you can start to put your services in front of them. And it will be 10,000 followers, 1,000 on the email list, 300 end up reading them, 100 people go to the landing page, 4 of them buy. And it will be that repetitive process. But we've got one more question here before we move into the next bit. I appreciate how many of you guys are still listening. And Daniel Besley says, what's more important, posting consistently, irrespective of quality content, or quality of content directly targeted at an audience? Now, this quality quantity thing is a difficult one, because I would never say do a shit post. But what I would say is, if you put too much effort into your individual posts, they will take long to create. And imagine this. If you're boxing, if you're learning to box, you need to try some combinations because you need to see those combinations don't work. You go, cool, yeah, jab cross, yeah, duck under hip. Oh, fuck, that didn't work. If you put too much effort into your content and it bombs, it will really fucking dishearten you. But if you make your content good enough to get a perfect balance between quality and frequency, if one bombs, you can course correct. Similarly, if you were single and you wanted to chat to girls, you should go talk to as many girls as possible, not hoping that everyone is a perfect approach, because the ones that you bomb from will course correct you better than anything else. So you don't want the quality too high that you cripple yourself, but you don't want the quality so low that it doesn't do the thing that you wanted. Cool. All right, we're moving into the next bit. Clever Badger Luke. So the next thing from social media that we need to really address is squeeze pages. Now, some people call them lead magnets, whatever. I call them a squeeze page because we're squeezing people of their information. And one quick thing, if you haven't DM'd me the word offer, please do. And actually, I'm going to pin a link here because I know some people said they were going to duck in and out. There will be a pinned comment on the side there, which will be there for you to peruse at any point. Okay, back to it. Chatbots have worked amazingly for a lot of members in my mentorship recently, and a squeeze page is a page with unique tasks for you to get information from someone. To have a successful squeeze page, we need to abide to something called what's in it for me or with him. And if we can decide something that's worth it for them, we can get their email address. So when we're looking to come up with ideas for people to give us their data, we need to be creative with it. A calorie calculator just isn't going to cut it. So here's one I could think of. If you're a CrossFitter who is sick to death of being beaten by people in your box who have quite simply just been training longer than you, learn how to beat them in the next WOD by downloading my 32-stage upgrade program, which is completely free. And each day for 32 days, you'll get a set of revolutionary bits of homework to top CrossFit information that the top CrossFitters don't want you to know about. Another one could be 1 in 1,000 women go into menopause before 30, 1 in 100 before 40, and the rest will head into menopause around 50. It's imperative that you fully understand the physiological and psychological changes that are going to occur to your body. For that reason, I've created a free menopause guide, readiness guide that will send you into immediately understanding the process of menopause. Please provide your best email. I'll send it across right away. I'm freeballing. Then, I know, welcome to the Man Up course. And this course is designed for men who are not hitting their full potential. Each day over the next 30 days, you'll be set on a grueling task. I hope that you don't do, from cold showers, early morning runs, and even meditating. Over the next month, we're going to go through living hell to achieve 2 things. 1, to show yourself that you can do it. And 2, to set out to see if you can graduate from my Man Up course and to be a good candidate for my program. If you can put out something of good value in propositions in place, you can do very well. And you'll note that a lot of the tactics I use for these very courses, I'm using with you guys. New chatbots, already implemented it, sent you stuff for the offer. Number 2, this webinar is a squeeze. For what? 90 minutes of my time and to be caffeinated before bed? I got over 3,000 email addresses. What's in it for you? Well, even if you don't take me up on my offer, you're getting a shitload of value. What's in it for me? Your contact information. If we were to run paid ads or try any other way of getting 3,000 email addresses, it would cost a bloody fortune, not to mention only the warmest of these leads have turned up, the 400 here, which is amazing. And again, if you haven't used the chat bot, DM me the word offer on my Instagram. If not, it's pinned here. Do check it out. It's a heinous discount. Heinous. I'll pull my pants down for you lot. And I said paid ads, footnote. When it comes to paid ads, don't send them to a place to buy. Send them to a squeeze instead. Think of paid ads as like accidentally nudging someone in a bar. Use the opportunity to say, hey, and get their number. Don't use it as a place to try and take that person home. Sorry, I've spilt my drink on you. Hey, can I get your number? Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I spilt my drink on you. You want to come home? Oh, fuck off. So hopefully we will have rattled some brain cells surrounding squeeze pages. So this is going to be a place that's going to be a good place to stop to do some questions. Again, it is our duty on social media to eventually get people's information, to get their number, to take the conversation away from the busy place of social media so that we communicate with them. Let's have a look at some of the questions that we're getting. Kaz Plum, is that a real name? I'm not sure. I get heaps of hits and watches on my social media Instagram reels, but no one actually hits the follow button. How do you enforce this? Okay, some other coaches love to say, and if you followed me, and if you followed me, and if you followed me, I'm not a massive fan of that personally. Now, if people are watching and they're tuning in, a lot of the time, if they watch a lot of that reel, they're going to be showing your reels again. Now on YouTube, people don't have to follow you for your videos to come up. You just have to watch their videos. So sometimes followers can be a vanity metric, because the old model was people had to follow you to see your content. Now, hit and follow isn't going to change your world. It's not going to change much. One, if you keep putting out good content, eventually they should follow. Two, if you take their email address through implementing a squeeze or implementing a chatbot or doing any of the stuff that we're doing here, the follow is irrelevant, because the follow isn't going to get you paid. And just because someone follows you doesn't mean you can contact them or email them or send them your latest offer. If you just tenaciously go after people's contact information, I guarantee you 1,000 email addresses will be way more ferocious than 10,000 followers. So yeah, you could say, if you follow me, whatever, but it should be done with tongue in cheek. It shouldn't be in every one. For me, it just looks very beggy, and I don't like that. I've now got about 4 million followers, and I've not had to beg for any of them. Charlotte Tooth. Once I've managed to get a load of email addresses, I struggle to then get sales afterwards. Will you cover this? Yeah, so we're going to go into this section a little bit more in this live. So one of the great things about having landing page analytics, which we're going to cover in a second, is when we look at your processes, if you're getting email addresses and a lot of people are reading them and we're not getting the sales, we have an offer problem, we have a conversion problem, we might have a pricing problem. Some people are charging too much. Some people haven't got a clear offer. Some people have a confusing landing page. So it could be where you're sending people from the email. I guarantee if we were to clean up your landing page, which we're going to go into shortly, you would get a much better conversion. And again, this isn't sales tactics. This isn't forcing people to jump on a phone call. This is just making things clear. So we're kind of jumping ahead of ourselves, but we'll get into it. If you give me a few more minutes of your time, I'll do this for you. Nicole, Olympia, Dimitri. These are fake names, bro. No one's got a name that cool. How do you know you're not giving too much away? Where existing clients get annoyed, or people just use you for free stuff? Question of the night. Okay, so how do you know you're not giving away too much? Here you go. I could be concerned that I'm giving away too much. I'm actually telling you so much that I have behind the paid wall in the mentorship. I've actually got some of my mentees in here. I saw Max before drop a comment. Now, this is something very, very important, right? The people that are in my mentorship, when they come on here and they see this, I don't think they care that I'm giving away the stuff they paid a lot of money for free, because they get it. They understand it. And they also know that you're better off giving away so much that people go, do you know what, mate? I'm going to join your program, rather than keeping it back and keeping it hidden to the point that it could hinder your sales. Here's another thing. The discount I give you today actually is less than what a lot of people in my mentorship might have paid. This is another thing altogether. However, I don't think I'm going to have many bad emails after this live, because the amount of value they get in the mentorship. So to answer your question, giving away too much. I want to give you so much tonight that you feel like paying me just to cover this alone, let alone the course. And a lot of the time when people pay you, it's not for the information. It's to make sure you do it. Because so many of you will leave this live tonight and you'll do fucking nothing. But the people that join the course and pay the amount of money, they have to make the money back. If you buy something and you don't use it, it gives you this psychological trauma that you're wasting your money that you've worked so hard for. The psychological pain of paying me for the course is what you need to get the fire started. Here's something as well. I wrote an email about this the other day. I gave my mentorship for free to about 10 or 15 of my friends, and none of them fucking used it. Then none of them, I've looked in the back end at the amount of modules that they've watched, and they've done fuck all with it because they don't respect it, because they didn't pay for it. So think about this. I can give you so much for free, but until you pay me, you're not going to do it anyway. So people pay you to ensure that you do it. The amount you give away on socials, give them everything you can. Because some people also can't afford you, and they'll come up to you one day and go, bro, you changed my life. I never even enjoyed your program, and you'll feel okay about it. As long as you don't go out of business. People come up to me, they go, hey, mate, you helped me lose 20 kilograms. I'm like, oh, did you join my academy? They go, nah. And I'm like, do you know what? I got a house and a nice car. I don't care. It's fine. Last one here. Mark Snedden, how are you? What kind of following do you need for a squeeze page or email list to work? Okay. Again, we're looking at the wrong metric, because if you have a big following but no emails, it's like being a priest with a massive cock, right? So instead of that, when I had 7,000 Facebook followers, I quit my gym because it wasn't profitable for me to go into the gym anymore. When I hit 13,000 followers, I did a seminar in the UK and had 180 people turn up to it. So The follower metrics kind of are irrelevant because you might have 5,000 followers, but if you have 4,000 on your email list, you could be doing really well. So let's not look at the size of that so much. Let's just try and make sure that we've got like a nice funnel. I would say 10 to 20% of your total following should be on your email list. If you haven't got 10 to 20% of that number, you need to aggressively squeeze your audience more. Out of those open rates, I don't really care too much. I would probably look at a percentage of people visiting your landing page and then look at the amount of sales you're getting from it. Then looking at the funnel, we need to address, have we got a conversion problem? Have we got an email problem? Have we got a social problem? But as long as traffic is flowing down there, we should be doing fine. Okay, last one. This wouldn't be a good question unless it was sent here. Paul Andrews, Max, I appreciate your comment. I got a glimpse of that. I have 2,000 people in my email list and email daily, get 400 opens with 1 to 10 clicks, but don't see much by the way of conversions on my landing page. Do you offer any advice on upping the conversion rate? Yes, I would. Primarily, let's wait till we get into the landing page things. So I'll be honest, in my mentorship, convenient that I talk about this, everyone in there sends me their landing page and I go through it and I'm like, get rid of this text. This needs to move. And do you know what? The majority of the time, people are paying me $1,000 to go on their landing page and go, hey, bro, do me a video. Jaden Lee is our youngest member in the mentorship. Some of you would have seen him. He's 17. And I did a one-to-one with him. And when I found out his personal story, I was like, bro, I'm not charging you for this call. Like, let's just chat it out, whatever. And watching a 17-year-old, I'm pretty sure he's 17, he might be 18 now, doing the stuff he's doing. And then he did this really good landing page, but I actually went on it and I said, sorry, mate, I want you to do this again. And I said, just address the elephant in the room. So Jaden Lee's new landing page, he goes, I'm Jaden, I'm young, I live at home with my mum, I've got no facial hair. There's 2 things you need to know. 1, I don't charge a lot because I live at home with my mum. 2, one day I'm going to be very expensive. So this is your opportunity to train me before I can. And he did that and he showed me that landing page. And that was so unique and good for him. And I have a feeling it will work. And so sometimes you land on people's landing pages and it's just something simple like, hey, mate, put a header video up because this looks like a fucking scam page. Or, you know, some of you might follow Jack Hallows, who's like kind of one of Mark Carroll's graduates with the glute side of training. With Jack, I was like, mate, you're such a good character in your content, but when I go on your page, I don't see any of you in the landing page. I'm like, so I've watched hours of your videos, but then when I go onto your sales page, there's not one bit of you. So sometimes it's very simple things like that where people just need to be more present in their landing pages. Just having a video where you go, hey, I'm Paul, this is my gym, I'm a father of 2, husband of 1, you know, I do this and this is how I can help you. And even just saying something in a landing page like, hey, by the way, if you don't love the training that I do, I'm 1 polite email away from refunding you money. You know what I mean? So let's not jump the gun a little bit. Again, appreciate you guys on here. If you haven't DM'd me the word offer, there's a link pinned there. If you haven't hit like, you like already. Let's get into the next part. But again, this is great. And subscribe to this channel, you bastards. So we're going to get into email marketing. We're just going to touch on it. Now, it's worth saying that in the next couple of weeks, I'm adding another course to the mentorship, which is a 26 module expansion course of email marketing. It's called the Email Advantage. That's $500 US. But if you use the offer today, you get it for free. Once you're in the mentorship, all these satellite courses are for free. And you get a free IFS ticket if you sign up today. But anyway, email marketing is going to be the best place to communicate with people. And I know some of you think it's old and it's outdated, but it's not. If anything, Sonny Webster messaged me the other day saying emails are back. Even being able to nudge you about this webinar, it's just a place that professional things can occur. Paying credit card bills, email. Plane tickets, email. If you wanted to ask me anything about the course, email. Even after this event, if you don't buy immediately, I'm going to email you to follow up. People that haven't attended the webinar, the fucking 85% of them, email. For my academy, I've written a 4.5 months worth of daily emails. I now run a chatbot that gets people to comment a certain word. They then get sent to my squeeze page. Then when they sign up, they get added to an email automation. So send email 1, wait 24 hours. Send email 2, wait 24 hours. Send email 3, wait 24 hours. For years, I used to write emails every day, but it became kind of stressful. I kind of got like a little bit over it. But now I've done this. Anyone that signs up to my email list gets hit for 4.5 months. I don't miss a day. I don't break stride. The automation does all of the work for me. Then across almost all of those businesses, I pitch the business, give them a valuable insight, and remain consistent. If I posted every day for 4.5 months, would they see every post? Would they? Balls. So email is a powerful constant variable, which the best part of is if they're not keen, they can opt out. And that's what people are doing when they unfollow you. We all do, oh, I've been unfollowed. Oh, I've been unfollowed. People are just opting out, and that's fine. It's brilliant, actually. Think of this, right? I've got coaches in my mentorship who say, I've got 300 people on my email list and I never really use it. And I go, wouldn't it be nice to have 100 people on that same email list where 200 people have fucked off and unsubscribed, but at least you got 25 fucking paid clients out of it? In fact, all of you should be proactively looking to shrink your lists, because as you shrink these lists, clients pop out. And then you, fuck, my list is small again. You feel obliged to grow it again. So again, you just shove people down that fucking funnel. Clients pop out, people leave, go get new people. So again, there's a lot of stuff about email marketing. So we're going to go into your questions that you have surrounding email marketing. But just keep in mind this: if social media goes down, emails. If your account gets shadow banned, emails. If you launch a new product, emails. My favorite saying: send emails, get paid. Send emails, get paid. If I ever look at the Stripe and we're a little bit low, my business partner's like, yeah, hit an email out to these lists. And it's worth noting, so here's an insight that I don't really tell anyone. In the James Smith Academy, people join, they do a trial, and then they get segmented into lists. So I've got current customers that we can email, trialed, never purchased, get sent to one landing page, but then people that have been a member that don't currently have an active membership get a different email, and we send them to different things. For the platforms, before you ask, I like Aweber for JSA, MailChimp for IFS, Klaviyo for business mentorship, and SendGrid I use for JSA as well. And you're probably thinking you're mental using all 4 email marketing platforms, but I like to know the ins and outs of them because I'm a bit weird. So let's get into some questions about email marketing. Okay, Christopher Wright. Even for emails, what content do you push through emails? Good question. So we want something that's going to be short, insightful. We don't want pictures. We don't want videos. We want a conversation. One of the best things you could do is to look at current trends. What's happening in the news? What's my Facebook memories from 10 years ago? What film have I watched recently? I speak about, when Darren and I were in LA, I got a $500 laundry bill. So that's half the mentorship fee was for fucking laundry, socks and underwear. But then when it happened, I went, this will make a good email. So I wrote an email about this. The only way you could have a worse day than me is to watch this email. I watched a bad film last night. The only way you could waste an hour and a half is to, not join my program, whatever it is. But then you can also be there to deliver value. You could be like, got in an argument today with a personal trainer about progressive overload. They seem to say this, this, this. I seem to say this, this, this. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're both kind of right. The most important thing is that you're training hard, following a regime. And you know what? You could do the same if you followed my program. So you want it to be so that if people were never interested, imagine this. My manager is never going to buy from me. He's my manager. He gets 20% of everything I own, everything. He reads my emails. And what I don't want is for one day me to write an email and him to go, nah, can't bothered. Can't bothered. I want there to be something where even if someone's just having a shit, they go, oh, James has emailed me. Wonder what this is about. If you can get that to the point that someone could walk past you in the street and go, Christopher, love your emails, mate. Fist bump. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You have to be creative. And again, like fitness and growing a muscle, it's one of those things you're going to have to train. It's not going to come easy. It could take months. You might be able to get fit enough to run a marathon before you become comfortable emailing every day. Okay, beyond the barbell. What is the most efficient way to grow an email list? Good squeeze pages, good squeeze page campaigns. So one I used for this business mentorship, 30 ways in 30 days. If you want 30 ways in 30 days to benefit your fitness business, sign up here. Then they're getting the value. Where did that fucking thumb come from? I write out 30 emails. I send them loads of value. I sell to them in every one. So if you can give people a reason, what's in it for me? We spoke about before, the whiffing principle. If you can convince people that getting those emails will be of benefit to them, they will give it to you. Again, 3,000 emails for this webinar. Growing the email list. Getting them to opt in. Gary Clements, you say the audience don't give a fuck about you, but if I've gone from 20 stone and not active to 15 stone and in good health, should or could I promote this on my landing page? You could, but here's 2 problems. Number 1, of course you did well because it's you, right? So you are financially incentivized. Okay. Imagine this. Someone says to me, James, mate, we're going to run an email marketing campaign. You're going to lose 10 kilograms. We're going to run 10 grand on paid ads. We're trying to net £350,000. So I go, what? £350,000? Got to lose 10 kilograms. I would go borderline eating disorder for 350 grand because it's my business. So when people see you losing 5 stone, they're going to go, well, this guy's getting paid to do it. The consumers and people that you're trying to appeal to, they're not financially incentivized to lose weight. They got kids, they got stress, and they like getting a sandwich from the Texaco because they're late for work or whatever. So if it's you, there is a slight problem because every PT gets in shape because they're a PT, and there's going to be the insinuation that, you know, it's fine for you. Second thing is, again, no offense, but the people following you, the fact you've lost 5 stone, they don't care. What they care about is that you might actually be able to help them lose 5 stone. So it is about them still. However, if you can take your story, and there are a lot of good hooks about this, right? I'm Gary. I used to be 20 stone and I lost 5 stone by only doing these 4 things. Boom. Hi, I'm Gary. I'm a former fat guy who's lost 5 stone and I did it without tracking calories. This is how I did it. So your story is a powerful hook, but it's only a powerful hook because it makes them feel about their situation. If Gary can lose 5 stone, I only want to lose 1. And I know you're British. Let's change that to kilograms because it's just going to sound fucking way better. Okay. Tob Podorinsky. I've never asked you this in the mentorship, just thought of it. I've got a very low follower. Any tips apart from posting content frequently? To be honest, let's say I was to say, let's run paid ads. We'd be running paid ads to something that doesn't work. We would be polishing a turd. So I want you to keep posting content frequently because the low follower count could be that we're just not producing content at a value adequate enough yet. And if we continue with this endeavor, we should get there. Now, are there people that post loads of content and never get anywhere? Sure. But ultimately, you should be able to get to some form of mastery with this. And so many people feel like they're going to give up. Then they're literally just a month away from a post that blows up, grows them 1,000 followers. And then they're like, okay, what you might lack at the moment is belief in yourself, strategy, that you might just be posting things like your workouts or whatever it is. But outside posting really good content frequently, I don't really see what our options would be. Because if you make videos good enough, they will be shown to loads and loads of people. And everyone seems to think it's the algorithm that they use in their personal account, whatever it is. The truth is, your content just isn't good enough yet. Your content just isn't good enough yet. Holly, do you need to send emails daily or will it still work weekly? Okay, I call this the right time effect. So Holly, you could do them weekly, but what you're looking for is a reason to do less work. You are, because daily is hard, daily is stressful. I know, of course. But when I do my email autoresponder, 30 ways in 30 days, sending them every day, I want to be there in your life every single day. I want you to get to 8 a.m. and go, where's my fucking email from James? Weekly, it just seems a bit lazy to me because people are impatient for a start and anyone can do fucking weekly. But to get something from someone every day, they go, fuck me, it's only been 23 hours. He's already back. He's already been created. Oh, that's a clever email. Not to mention, Holly, your clients, one of them's going to get dumped. One of them's going to have their partner cheat on them. One of them's going to get called fat. One of them isn't going to get their jeans to fit into them. Are you really going to wait 5.5 days before you email them? Because I know for a fact that that moment when it happens, there can only ever be 23 hours and 59 minutes away from me emailing them again. And if the button did pop off the jeans, they would have either just got an email or they're going to get one the next day. I don't think you could create an argument valid enough to say that weekly was better than daily. So if weekly isn't better than daily, then let's do daily. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, but what if there's too much and some people say that I'm emailing them too often? Well, one, you can't email too often. You can only be too boring because Instagram, you're on it every day. TikTok, you're on it every day. Emails, you check every day. Can't your emails to people be the same? You know what I mean? So I think daily is going to be best. And if you can make it good daily, fuck it. If they're not going to read your emails every day, they're probably not going to be a great client because they're going to be the client that only checks in with you once a week. Okay, last one on emails. We'll move forward. Kerry Louise Fitness. I have 615 online clients. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I'm balancing everything. I know I need to set up email marketing, but I'm drowning. Mum of 1, so time is limited. 615 online clients. Yeah. I need to set up email marketing. I'd say what you're doing is working. If you've got 600 online clients, Jesus Christ, wait, if you've got 600 clients, you should be making enough money to jump in the mentorship. I hope you one-to-one. But I tell you what, even if you don't do that, you say you're a mama one, drop me an email, because if you've got a lot of clients and that's a problem, we have a different problem to most people here. And Paul Andrews asks, do you offer payment plans on the mentorship? We do a split pay, which you can do. Whether or not we've got that on the offer, check the landing page that I've sent you to. But considering that I'm giving it to you for nearly half price, I don't know. I check the landing page, go through to the payment thing. It's different in different countries, but if you do it through PayPal, or there are other ways. But we do offer payment plans. I just don't know, because we've discounted it so fucking heavily. I'm not sure if we could, because if you were to buy on a split plan for this offer and then take your IFS ticket, I don't know. I'll have to double check with the boss. But we're pretty lenient with payment plans. And some people out there charge you what I charge a month. We've had some unhappy customers from somewhere that were charging them $8,000. $8,000. The thing is, right, I'll be honest with you, I do all right. I've got a nice house. I've got a nice car. I'm bored of watches. I haven't actually got room for another car. So I will charge you enough that I remember your name, but not so much that I need to be some fucking crazy wealthy person. Like, even the people I can see in the chats here from the mentorship, if I charged less for this, I wouldn't know their names. I'd be drowning in the Discord every day. If I charged half what I do for I do, there'd be twice as many coaches. If I charged double, which I could, I would have much better chats with everyone, but it would feel like a rip-off. I'd never want to feel like I'm ripping people off. Unless you book a one-to-one me for an hour, where I'll take all your money, because I give a lot of energy to those. You should check the fucking sweat patches on me come the end of it. Okay, moving into the next thing. You should not be doing sales calls. You should not be doing sales calls. You're, oh yeah, trying to book in. No, your landing page, right, which isn't a website, we need to set little pages up that we send people to qualify them. And this is the best way I can explain this. People seem to think they get a sniff of a sale, let's jump on a call. No, a waste of your time, waste of energy, stop it. Imagine this, your landing page is as if you are a restaurant owner, okay? You've got a restaurant, you need to get people in it every day, proactive. You're walking down the street, there's a cobbled street. People walk past, it's dinner time. They come and they have a look at a menu. If they weren't hungry, they wouldn't be looking at the menu. So you know they're interested. If people weren't interested, they wouldn't be on your email list. You give them the menu. Have I got anything I can? Here you go, sir. Here's the menu. Let me know if you have any questions. Your landing page is like the menu. They can see what's for offer. If they see flipping meat and they're vegetarian, they can go. And that's fine. You're not going to try and convince someone that doesn't eat meat to come to your steak restaurant. Again, they can peruse it. If it's too expensive, that's fine. Go somewhere cheaper. But a lot of the time, they're not looking. When you're going out for dinner somewhere nice in a place that has flipping cobbled streets, you're not looking for cheap. You're looking for good. You want good. You don't want to get ripped off, but you don't want shit food. You've come out all this way, put aftershave on. You've even got your beige chinos on, okay? They want to know that they're going to get a good experience in a trustworthy place, that they're not going to sit down for an hour and go somewhere else. Your landing page is like the menu. Hey, here's everything. If you have any questions, let me know. Now, if people keep asking the same questions from your landing page, you probably need to change your landing page. But again, course correction. Then at the end of it, if they have questions, oh, what's the specials for the day? Fantastic. Hey, Pablo, get the fucking specials up there so I don't have to repeat myself, because I should be busy out there telling people to come look at the menu. If they can't afford it, fine. If it's not right for them, fine. But they should qualify themselves. Now, they might want to go and look to see what else there is, and you should let them. If they walk away, oh, come back, I'll give you 50% off. No. Let them go look at other restaurants with shittier menus, with worse staff, in a worse position, whatever. They'll come back, they'll eat. Hey, welcome back. Thank you. This is what you're doing. And again, the responsibility of an owner of a restaurant is to take away any insecurities you have. What's the food like? Hey, my friend, we have the best paella you've ever seen. Hey, if you don't like the paella, I'll give you your paella for free, and I bring my auntie and you can slap them in the face. Come, take a seat, take a seat. Having that confidence, knowing that your products and services are so good. Hey, come on, my friend, best in the street. You make them relax. Hey, come on, take a seat. Hey, pretty lady, whatever it is. You should have some fun with it. But what you shouldn't do is, yeah, hi, Steve. So you've booked a table for 6 this Friday at the restaurant. Just wanted to spend the next 45 minutes making sure that we were the right restaurant for you, because you probably ended up spending about £450. I know we didn't put the prices on the menu. I thought it'd be better to get you on the phone before we were talking about prices. You know, I thought it'd be better to get you on the... No, it's not how it works. They should come, they should qualify themselves. If they have any questions, they can come. They can always flip in, drop you an email. If you're a smaller creator, give them your phone number. If they try to call you, who the fuck are you? If you have any questions, send me a text. I'm a busy professional. Can we jump on a call? No. If you want to have a sales team for a high ticket thing, hire someone and outsource that. There is a certain flow that your landing page is going to need, like the menu. And this is my strategy that I usually charge people money for. What you need to tell people is what it is, what they get, why they trust you, why they need it, why to trust you, how to pay. Okay. So what is it? It's online personal training. What they get, you get a program, you get to chat to me around the clock. I provide you with recipes. You send me a screenshot of your MyFitnessPal every night, what it is, why they need it. Let's be honest, everyone's an online coach. You need accountability, someone to check in with, someone that you actually get on with, and someone that's not going to bust your balls if you missed a workout. Why should they trust you? Here's a money back guarantee. Here's testimonials from my clients. How to pay, boom. We've been seeing great success in the mentorship with that, but recently putting in those header videos that I spoke about before, where you're just yourself. You talk to them, you make them feel like they're making the right choice. Be relaxed and be chilled so they know they're investing in the right place. Hey, I'm James, it's my business mentorship. I know every personal trainer at the moment is trying to do this exact same thing, but I've learned a lot over the last 10 years. I've done some good things, I've done some bad things. And I think that I would like to spend my days helping you with your problems in Discord. And if you think there's someone better else to go to their fucking thing. You know what I mean? So having that can just disarm people and it makes them feel like you're genuinely involved in the processes. Let's get into the questions surrounding landing pages. Again, we can't go into everything because this is, you know, a webinar. Hopefully this is giving you guys some value again. You got the offer link in there. You can DM me the word link. You should subscribe to this page or I will fucking fight you. Caffeine's kicking in, which is great. 8 p.m. here. Great, 8 p.m. Georgia Sampson. Can't get my online business off the ground. I post content every other day. Is it the quality of what my content is about? Posts about results don't get likes, views in my experience because no one cares. I'm sorry about this, but no one cares. When you post results, no one cares because it's not them. If I said to you, hey, here's Tony. Tony made 100K last month. You're like, I don't fucking know Tony, right? But if you were to make a post going, imagine if it was possible to lose 13 kilograms over 6 months without having to give up Smarties and M&Ms. Well, the fact is you can do it by doing these 3 things. And to prove that point, here's Felicia. And Felicia did it. She's one of my clients. I don't expect you to believe that, you know, this is a real transformation. And at the end of the day, I'm a social media creator, but you know what I mean? You need to present that in a way. Think about this. If you see me in an airport wearing a gold Rolex, you're going to go, this guy's a cunt, right? However, if you were to see me in an airport with a gold watch, saying this guy's a cunt, and then your mate goes, oh, James, he used to live in a hostel in Sydney when he first got here. And he was so skint that when he first got to Australia, he could only afford to spend 2 nights in a hostel at a time. So he used to have to go sleep in a bunk bed in a room with fucking 14 people, come down, check out, wait for 4 hours from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so I could check back into the same dorm because I didn't have enough cash to my name at the age of 27 to be able to afford to stay in it. Fast forward a few years, James managed to write a few books, there's a drinks business, there's whatever it is. You go, fucking hell. He's a legend, I hope. Now, the same person in the same place with the same watch, the only thing that's changed is the story. So the reason that people aren't interested in your results is there's no story around it. You know, so that's the important thing here. Now, people only care about themselves. You post content every other day. I would like to know, Georgia, again, if you can't get your business off the ground, are you curating the right people? Are you getting email addresses? Are you sending them to landing pages? If you can create a good landing page, you should make people stupid for feeling, if they leave without buying, almost making them feel stupid. That's the only Alex Hormozy thing I agree with, really. So if I was to vet your business, I would say there's probably an issue with socials. I would love to know how many email addresses you have. I'd love to know how often you email them. I'd love to know how many visitors you get to a landing page and how many people are buying. It's going to be one of the things we've spoken about, you know, so Georgia, I'd love to work with you to get to the bottom of that. And again, I'll say this to you, right? All of you watching this, I know some of you are going to be fucking like on the fence. Imagine this, and I'm not supposed to say this, but I will. If you join my mentorship tonight, and in 3 weeks' time, you drop me a polite email and you just go, James, mate, I implemented the things that you taught me and it didn't work. You think I'm going to go, good luck? You think I'm going to want someone out there thinking that my offering was shit? I'd go, hey, do you know what? I'll refund you. Next time anyone asks about my course, just tell them that it was good or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, there are a lot of people out there you shouldn't trust, but I just don't think I'm one of them. I never want someone to go, oh, that guy charged my mate fucking 800 quid and did a runner with it. I'm just not going to do that. Kate, I haven't got an online offering just yet. Does the mentorship help with building it, or do you need to have that organized already? No, we can help you with this because, again, everyone's so confused about what they should be selling. Now, there are a lot of people out there that just want to use someone online they like. That's it. I'm not a better coach than half my competitors. I'm not in better shape than half my competitors. I'm not anything special compared to half my competitors. But some people go, I'm going to be spending £50 a month. I'm going to spend it with James because I like him. I like him because he's open about snorting cocaine. He banters and says things that he shouldn't, whatever it is. There are going to be people that like you. And it's good just to have something there that you can do. And even if you just had 5 online clients, it could give you the cash flow to fuck off your 7 p.m. person. You're training someone called Linda at 7 p.m. You fucking dread the session. You drag your ass to the gym. You get a few online clients. You go, do you know what? Fuck off. I'm not training after 5 p.m. So yeah, we could build something. And again, Kate, the first few things I created online were fucking shite. I created a fat loss plan that was a PDF. It was £20 and no one bought it. No one bought it. I tried giving it away. No one bought it. No one even gave me their email for it. It was terrible. But only through course correction can we really figure out what's right. So yeah, not loads on landing page one. So sending, I don't know what that means. Sorry, Kate. KH Nutrition Coaching. How is the landing page different to the website? Okay. If we go to most personal trainers' website, about me, for us, location, services, fuck off. I don't want to click on all these things. It's a nice looking website. I get to the bottom, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. Why the fuck? We've done all this effort to get you from social media to the website. You're now on the website and you're going, oh, services about me. Then you click on LinkedIn, then you go, oh, and then you click on it. No. A landing page is a curated, nice flow that looks a certain way that takes people on a journey through to buying. And this is also what's important. If you have a website, you might not be getting the analytics that you need to determine where the problem is. Because if you have loads of traffic to a landing page and no sales, we have a conversion problem and we need to look at your offering. But if you don't have many people coming to the landing page and good amounts of sales, you have a traffic problem, which is very different. Also, landing pages, here's one for you. Here's a bit of free fucking advice, you legends. YouTube just implemented A/B split thumbnail tests. So now you upload 3 YouTube thumbnails to YouTube and it will pick the best one by testing it. And basically, out of all the people that find your YouTube videos, it will present them different thumbnails, then choose the one that performs the best. You can do that with landing pages, and you've been able to do that for ages. So, KH Nutrition, when I was in the office in Sydney with JSA, I was doing a landing page for one of our challenges. I had one with loads of text, one with not a lot of text, one with a video. I thought my sales copy was so good that the text would do well. Lo and behold, we split the traffic through the 3 fucking sites. The video one did way better. So I made 3 more videos, 30 seconds, 90 seconds, and 60 seconds. Split the traffic between them. The shortest video did better. So there's me thinking I can talk to camera. I know how to sell. The data on the landing page stipulated what was real. We have preconceived notions about what is going to work and what isn't. With a good landing page, you can go, wow, that succinct landing page with a video and only a bit of text did way better than the one that had more text. And you can double down on what works and you can stop doing what doesn't. Do you understand that if you were to hire a marketing fucking expert to come into your business and teach you this, they would cost like £60,000 a year? And I've hired marketing people. They're shit. They haven't got a fucking clue. I thought if I paid someone half of what my salary is, I could get some support. Turns out, no. So when people are, oh, lead pages is expensive as a software to use for a landing page, motherfucker, that is splitting traffic for you and telling you what works and what doesn't. Sorry, the caffeine's kicking in. Lynette, so you seem to be saying rethink of your website is just a landing page. No, a landing page can be completely different. A landing page, you can keep your website if you want, but I'd rather we send people to the landing page so we can get the analytics on what they're doing. A landing page also doesn't have anything else to click on. It just has a nice flow. So when you go to jamessmith.business, when you click on that link on this, or you DM me the word offer on Instagram, that takes you to a landing page. If you keep scrolling, the story keeps going and it says, this, buy now. Look at what my test clients say, buy now. Look at this. It has one objective to get people to buy. Mark Snedden, is the mentorship helpful if someone is a complete beginner on all this stuff? No landing page, just posting content. It's exactly who it's for. So again, you're not going to be scrutinized. If you paid me fucking $1,000 US, I'm going to hold your hand the whole way. We've got novices, we've got intermediates, we've got advanced, we've got everyone in there. And also, if you ask a really easy question, there are people in there that I've told before that will help you. But again, there's nothing that I won't be willing to help you with. Dominic, should you write the price on the landing page instead of making book a call on the page? Yes. Again, let's think of it this way. The restaurant. You go to a restaurant and you do not see the prices next to the food. You know that that restaurant is going to fuck you. You know they're going to fuck you in the ass, right? Because if the prices are on there, you should state your prices. Again, I hate this sales slimy tactic of if we jump on a call, we can talk pricing. No, just be transparent about your fucking prices. Again, Porsche, Ferrari, they don't go, have a sit down, we'll tell you how expensive it is. It's this much. If you can't buy it, fuck off and go to Skoda. It has to be the same because it is otherwise. People need to be able to price themselves in and price themselves out. Here's the better thing. If it is expensive, to go, fuck me, that's a bit more expensive than I thought. That's a good thing. I recently got a dog trainer for Alfie. I messaged him. He sent me his prices in a PDF. It was fucking expensive. It was like $900 for the first 3 lessons. And my first initial thing was, 1, that's expensive. 2, he must be good. And I booked it. If that dog trainer said to me, hey, let's jump on a call and talk about a future for Alfie, I'll go, fuck off, mate. I'd rather have a dog that bites kids than fucking sit on a call with some dog trainer. So no, mate, don't get them on a call because guess what? There are really good clients out there. I would like to think I'm a great client. When I bought my car, the Audi RS6, I called him up. I said, hey, you've got 2 of these. I'm buying one. Can I come up? Cool. Went up. He said, do you want to test drive it? I said, I made my mind up. I just want to buy it. He's like, you don't want to know it? I was like, mate, I'll take that one. People that are good clients don't bust your balls. I'm not like, oh, can you give me a 3% discount? No, don't get them to jump on a call. Tell them the prices. If they can't get around it, sorry, mate, if you can't afford it, go to someone cheaper. Luke, I've just started only 1 month in personal training. I'd like to start the membership, but currently don't have a big following or a landing page. Would this be a problem or can I just begin? Again, these are your options. 1, you go, you try it yourself, you fuck around, you waste time. But imagine this, right, Luke? If you're a PT on the gym floor, this is what you're saying to people. Hey, don't just guess what you're fucking doing because everyone is in here guessing what they're fucking doing. Here, I give you a structure, I give you something to follow, and I give you support. And when you do that, you will see progress much better than other people. I'm saying the same thing to you that you're saying to your clients. Let's cut corners. Let's not make mistakes. Let's not waste time, energy, and effort in places we don't need to. And this is my promise to you, if you think there's anything missing from my mentorship, you can email me or tell me in the Discord and I will build it for you. Whatever you want. If you go, James, but this is pretty much, people have said, hey, can we get some more information about the fucking email mark? I go, yeah, let me build you a whole new course. The Chatterbox podcast, where's the best place to make a landing page? Don't know where to start. Personally, I fucking bum lead pages. Lead pages website, I don't get any commission. I just think it's real simple to use. My missus uses it. You can integrate payments. When people buy, you can email them stuff. They can host all kinds of different pages, squeeze. I just love lead pages. But again, I'm biased because it's the one I always use. Keris Louise Fitness, I cannot use Discord. Do not get it one bit. Real simple, okay? So I never really use Discord. On the left are all the different chat topics. So right now in the business mentorship, we've got general, content, BJJ, YouTube, growing socials, getting leads, closing clients, retaining clients, share your business, Q&A, new module request, IFS Ibiza, mentorship feedback. Now, those are all the tabs that if you have a question, there's one of it for you. So you click on that. Hey, James, can you take a look at my landing page? Cool. That should be in closing clients. Hey, James, can you review my reel on Instagram? Cool. That would be in content. That's it. That's it. There are channels for different topics. I empty it every day. When my missus still had stitches in her from childbirth, I was in the hospital. I had my laptop out, emptying the Discord. I can't go to bed at night until I've done it. It gives me low-key anxiety if I don't do it. Okay. All right. We're going to move on from this. So there were some great questions, fantastic questions. We're getting near the end. The last section we're going to look at is pricing, which is a fun one. So these are just going to be some fast fire things surrounding pricing that you might not have even thought about. So these are like a bonus for you guys for attending. Firstly, single session rates. You never want to sell someone just a single PT session. So the first thing you guys should do is put your single session rate up. Even if you charge £40 an hour, make your single session rate like £80, £90. Make it absurd. But then say to people, oh, it's £80 for a PT session. But if you buy 10, I'll do it for 400. Doing that just positions you as the most expensive trainer in the gym. People are gonna be like, oh my God, that Steve guy charges £80 an hour. I can't believe people pay that. He has so many clients. He's always so busy. Now, it's good to position yourself so that even if no one's ever going to take you up on a single session. And if someone goes, hey, mate, I just want one session, you go, mate, I wouldn't. It's way too expensive. So that's an easy hack you can do. It will make you stand out to other people in the gym. That's going to make you think that you're better. Again, another way to look at your pricing of being the most expensive, being better is if you had an iPhone cable and you wake up tomorrow, your alarm doesn't go off. You're like, fuck, holy shit, what's going on? My alarm my phone didn't charge. You would then need to buy a new iPhone cable. If there was one for £13, one for £4, one for £3, and one for £6, you're buying the most expensive because it's important to you. And the type of people that would buy another cheap cable for £4, you don't want in your life. And if you're like a mid-tier PT charging what everyone else charges, they're going to be the same person that buys the shitty cable twice. By just getting your single session rate and putting yourself above everyone else, they'll perceive you to be the best. And the people that don't want that shit to happen again will use you. Third thing about pricing is that your hours are a commodity. I recommend that all of you limit, unless you're in your first, maybe if you're young and you're fucking just want to get busy, maybe do 40 hours, but the majority of you no more than 30 hours a week. Think of your sessions like being plane seats. So there's only so many seats on the plane. The less seats there are, the more prices go up. And imagine this. People seem to think that the area or the market or the economy charge what you no, it's the demand for your services. And think of this, if you want to go to Ibiza, you know how much it costs, but if you go on a bank holiday weekend, you know it costs more. Why? Fuel? No. Labor? No. Because more people want to go, and the more people that want something, the more expensive it gets, and you're happy to pay it. Same reason why hotels go fucking crazy on public holidays, whatever it is. So how do you get to charge more? The way that you can get a commodity to raise in price is by creating demand. And all of the things we're doing through socials, emails, all of this is to create demand, because there is only a finite amount of people that you can work with on a daily basis. I'm going to leave you with 2 golden marketing rules to fuck you for the end of days. Number 1, if you are full in your business right now, you are too cheap. And how do I know you're too cheap? Because you're full. If you weren't too cheap, you wouldn't be full. Now, if you are not full in your business, you're not marketing yourself hard enough. And for the rest of days, you should be in this dilemma of this dichotomy between I'm full, I need to put prices up, create more demand. Wow, I'm not full anymore. Wow, I best fucking get into marketing a bit more. And this is it. So my barber, again, to remove it from context, I said to him, hey, mate, you're full, raise your prices. He goes, oh, I'll lose a few clients. I said, good. I said, put them up again. He goes, I might lose some more clients. And I said, good. I said, do you know what would be good for you, Tesh? He goes, what? I said, an hour with an empty fucking barber seat. And he goes, why? Because I said, when you stare at that seat, you'd realize the work you need to do on social media to make sure it's never empty again. So here is my closing statement for you guys. Just before we go into a super generalized Q&A where you can ask whatever the fuck you want, I want to make a point of this. Let me get comfy. I don't know if this is true, but theoretically, a spaceship must use the majority of its fuel breaking clear of the atmosphere. Once in orbit, the spaceship can stay there pretty much forever because it's broken from the hardest part of the initial gravity, right? And the majority is used just in the first 10%, maybe 90% of the fuel, first 10% of the journey. And you don't need to get into orbit, but what you need is to break free from the ground. And your first 100 videos are going to be fucking awful. By about video 500, you'll probably find a groove. It could take you a year to get there, and that's the truth. Other gurus online will tell you about doing paid ads, but if your camera presence and your ability to talk to camera is shit, and you didn't do the 500 videos, those ads will not perform, and they will not sell the way that you've been told to that they would by these other fucking gurus. Now, my system, my mentorship isn't a secret way to tenfold your revenue. It's the accountability and reality that you need to do the fucking reps. I tell people inside the mentorship, that's not good enough. Go away and do that better. This isn't up to scratch. I expect more of you. Your first 4 attempts of a landing page that you put in there are going to suck. Your initial ideas for squeeze pages are going to be terrible. The majority of you watching this are massively overestimating what you can do in the next 3 months. But at the same time, you are massively underestimating what you can accomplish within the next year. I could blow smoke up your ass, but let's look at it this way. The economic climate right now is pretty fucking shit. Everyone's businesses are down the last 7 months. Everything we are doing right now is at altitude. The majority of people going to the summit are not going to survive. And in my mentorship, we're not thriving and doubling, tripling our monthly revenues. We're preparing, we're working, we're hustling, we're creating and brainstorming. So when the climate comes back to what it should be, we will be the ones in pole position. So after all the stuff we've gone through tonight, if you can think of a better older brother figure to lead you through it, then fucking join their course. And again, there's going to be a link the whole time pinned here. You can DM me the word offer on Instagram. It's a one-time offer. It's not going to be here forever. I hope a lot of you come to your senses and join. Let's get into a general Q&A. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. You should see this. I fucking enjoy this. Like, I get such a buzz from it. I feel bad because for so many years, I used to get this buzz out of being a personal trainer, out of being a coach. And it's not that I've lost the buzz, but you teach someone to back squat and you get someone to lose 5 kilograms, cool. But when you can revolutionize someone's business, the amount of money they earn, the way they can treat their family, where they fucking fly their kids on a plane, that it just fucking makes a big difference. Matt, I've tried a few mentorships, as you mentioned, been taken on a ride for far too much money. I've asked nicely why certain strategies haven't been implemented and why certain steps haven't taken, which has left me a fair bit of debt as a result. I have a one-to-one business. I'm trying to go online to get out of that debt, build a business and provide for my partner and newborn. Can you help? Matt, I'll say to you what I say to everyone else in here. If you join, you genuinely put in the effort, you watch the videos, and you show me that you tried something. And if my strategies don't work, I'll refund you. I'll just tell you that, because what you want isn't for me to sell you. It's to know that you're not wasting money. And that's what I want to do for you. I want to say, hey, Matt Crane, you've got me here on video. If you genuinely fucking do the work, I'll refund you, because I want to remove any insecurities that you have. And again, you got a partner and a newborn. I'm not going to fuck you out of more money, mate. 4-pillar performance. Hey, mate, I haven't backed my price in terms of what I offer and value, but do you think there is a threshold limit from where a conversion becomes a difficult one for online purchases from a page? I don't know, if I'm honest. Well, it depends on how much you're charging. Is there a threshold? There might be. Depends on what your service is and what you're doing, but this question seems speculative. You're asking if there's a threshold, and I don't think you've hit it yet. As long as people can trust you, right? And you're not a charlatan, you're not a fraud. As long as people feel safe with the purchase, they're fine. Ed from Film Booth, whose course I studied, I paid him 10 grand, £1,000. Never met him. I just watched his videos. I was like, mate, I want the best thing that you do. £10,000, fucking great decision. And there was enough social proof of Ed online that it made me feel all right about it. Lucia Pretorius. Just want to clarify for myself, I'm newly qualified, go cheap with the rates, but as soon as I get a couple of years experience, I should put the prices up, have a high single session. Okay, Lucia, what you should do is pick a very sensible amount of money to charge where no one can push back on it. But your limit is 30 hours, never more than 30 hours. You charge whatever it is, small amount to get to 30 hours. But the second you get to 30 hours, boom, up by 10%, because you're full. Now, if someone tries to say to you, let's say you charge £25 an hour, which is very moderate. If someone goes, hey, is it £25 an hour? You go, no, it's £48 an hour, but I'm currently doing 10 sessions, 1 hour for £250. So you get to save a load of money if you book 10. If they go, I only want 1 session, you go, cool, it's £48. You use it so that we are looking to set your barrier. This is how much it is. You get a discount if you buy a block from me. But the second you get full, you keep raising your prices. Not 2 years, because you could get full in 2 months if you wanted to, and you're in the driver's seat of your next pay rise. That's what's amazing about owning your own business. Maurice Myers, how do you find ideas, content to create every day? Currently a PT, but feel like I struggle to think of ideas. Your clients will ask you things. It's the best way to do it. The other day, my brain was numb. My videographer is also a PT. I said to him, Declan, give me 10 last things your clients asked you. Boom, 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 boom. We went and made 10 reels. I went to my coaches the other day and I said, can all of you give me 10 things that you've been asked? Your client's going to ask you questions. And it will seem crazy to you, Maurice. They're going to go, do I need to stretch after a workout? Boom, go do your homework. Go see what Mike Israel, Menno Henselman, go see what they've all said. Then go, are you someone that thinks you should be stretching after a workout? Well, according to an empirical, evidence-based study in 2017, we shouldn't be doing whatever it is. Your clients are going to give you so many amazing ideas for content. You just got to make sure you listen and write them down. Ashley, do you work with businesses other than PT? That's the way I think I'll be going, Ashley, if I'm honest. We've got quite a few businesses in the mentorship. I was on a fucking call with a guy called Jack who sells social housing. So yeah, I will work with any business. And again, I'll be honest with you. Let's say you have a fucking dentistry and you join the course and you go, and this has happened before. They go, James, this doesn't apply to my business. Boom, refund, fine. But I would love to do that. I reckon in 5 years' time, I might have a segment of the mentorship being PTs and then work with generalized businesses. Rory, this has been fucking mint. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Mark, I'm thinking about coaching other personal trainers on how to start off in the industry. With the same principles apply for scaling and attracting attention business. Also, can you tell us about IFS? Yeah, it would be. Get in front of them, create good content. Same thing. Get their information. Hey, if you're a PT and wondering how to coach people, hey, if you're new to personal training, this is what I'd recommend. Can you tell us about IFS? Okay. So my events team, an events team in 2017 came to me and they said, hey, James, want to run your events? I said, sweet, cool. I don't want to do it myself. So they did my events, all of my tours, same company. Then they said to me, after I went to Body Power, hated it. So this is shit. It's a fucking shithole. Cool. They said, we're going to do a fitness event. We'd be happy to help us curate it. Cool. So we do IFS Barcelona, Lisbon, London, and we've got Ibiza coming up. So this events team are a team that do events running a fitness event, not a fitness team running in a festival, whatever it is. So IFS, we don't pay the speakers. Everyone comes just for a fun weekend. You know, we've had the Sean Casey's, Courtney Black, Stephen Bartlett's, Chris Williamson's. For this one, you got the Paula Limas, Darren Cartels, myself, the Lucy Lord. We got some fantastic new speakers. Sean Casey was an attendee of IFS, who's now one of our headline speakers. So for some of you, you could be coming to IFS and you could be speaking in it the year after. It's a fun weekend. It's really relaxed. It is the ticket you can get from this. If you join the mentorship tonight, you'll get emailed an offer for the ticket where you can come along. We're just going to hang out the weekend. We'll have some gin and tonics. Ask me about your business. The conversations we've had tonight, we'll do there as well. If you want payment options, we can email them to you, by the way. So any of you that maybe do want to, that it's imperative that you can only buy if you do split pay or whatever it is, I'll give you my email address. And we'll get into the last question now, which I think is applicable. Calum McPherson, do you batch make your content or make it day by day as it presents itself? I try and make as many good reels as I can in one go, but ultimately I don't like to try and do too much in a day because it wears you out and then people can see it in your eyes. Okay. Laura Brown, I wish I knew this before I bought an IFS ticket. We thought this would happen. So what we'll do is if you've already bought an IFS ticket, let us know and we'll upgrade you because the upgrade is the same price as the ticket. So if you've already got a ticket, we'll upgrade you to AAA Boardroom. If you haven't got a ticket, we'll give you the first initial ticket. So don't worry. And again, if some of you are watching this and you paid full whack for my course yesterday and you can see there's a discount today, email me, I'll refund you the difference because again, I don't want anyone ever feeling like they're getting ripped off. I don't want anyone to feel that they're not getting, you know, the benefit out of this. I'm not a charlatan. I'm not trying to rip you off. The main thing that I need from you is for you guys to commit to the course so we can start working on your problems. You know, it's it's going to be fucking great. For any of you that don't know what IFS is, I've just posted a link there that I might have to put the HTTP in front of, but it's an event where pretty much all the people you follow on social media are in one place for the weekend. It's super relaxed. It's not like they're segregated or kept separate here, and we all become friends. We all hang out, and it's a good fun. So there's the post for that. All right, very, very last question. For the IFS email for you guys, luke@jamessmith.live is what you need for the payment plans or upgrades. And last question, Dawn, I just joined the short form course Thursday last week to try it out before signing up to the mentorship. That course, along with this webinar, is making me realize what I'm missing. And Dawn, if at any point you upgrade to the mentorship, we will deduct your initial investment from the course. Cool. I've really enjoyed this. Although I'm fucking amped up on caffeine and got to go to bed. Guys, please do click that link. DM me the word offer. Click the link that's pinned here. Jump into the mentorship. Do it tonight or today if you can. I won't let you down. If you do the work, it's either going to work, and if it doesn't, I'm only a polite email away from making things right. Appreciate you guys. Please subscribe to this page. This has been great. See you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.